Your morning news now. President Biden, Vice President Harris, and their spouses begin traveling across the country this week to talk to Americans about their nearly $2 trillion coronavirus relief package. More than 2 million COVID-19 vaccine doses are being administered every day in the U.S., and over 37 million Americans are considered fully vaccinated. A new CBS News poll shows a majority of Americans are feeling optimistic about efforts to stop the pandemic. Experts are still urging caution.
This can end up really well if we just do a few things right. People need to hear that.
Some restrictions in Minnesota are lifting today. Starting at noon, religious services and salons will no longer have any occupancy limits. Restaurants can operate at 75% capacity, and fitness centers and entertainment venues move to 50%. Some rules, like social distancing and masks, do remain in place. Restaurant workers and faith leaders in Wisconsin immediately qualify for the vaccine. The Wisconsin State Department of Health Services says the public nature of these roles and an increased supply of the vaccine have allowed them to expand availability to this group.
Well, your drive this morning really depends on your location. If you're joining us from, say, Crawford County, northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota, you will see some snow this morning and strong winds. The rest of the region, green light for this morning, but yellow light this evening as we see widespread snow across the area and strong east winds causing for some visibility issues.
I'm also criticized because I've made the comment that on January 6th, I never felt threatened.
Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson is facing criticism for his recent interview on a conservative talk show. He stated that he never felt threatened during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol because the rioters were, quote, people that love this country, end quote. However, if it were liberal groups like Black Lives Matter, he says he would have felt different. Critics are now calling Senator Johnson a racist. His claims have also been widely debunked by law enforcement and court documents. Jury selection continues today in the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. He is charged with murder and manslaughter in George Floyd's death after kneeling on his neck for nearly 9 minutes. Half of the 12 jurors have now been selected. On Friday, the city council unanimously agreed to settle a lawsuit with Floyd's family for $27 million. And it's been 1 year since the death of Breonna Taylor as the push for justice presses on across the country. Over the weekend, protesters lined the streets all over the country to remember her. She died last year during a botched police raid in Louisville. Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, joined those protests. Charges against him were dismissed last week. Private wells inside the city of La Crosse have tested positive for dangerous man-made chemicals called PFAS. Now the mayor, Tim Cabot, is asking the Wisconsin DNR to immediately test and identify the boundaries of contamination and to provide safe drinking water to the La Crosse community. The Sparta community will get the chance to know school board candidates a little better tonight. The Sparta Area Chamber of Commerce is partnering with Sparta High Point Charter School to host a forum event at 7 p.m. The event will be aired live on YouTube so the public can be involved. All school board candidates plan on attending the event.
The Grammy goes to Beyonce!
And the first Grammy show during the global pandemic still made room for joy, laughter, and of course, some history. Beyonce's win for Best R&B Performance marked her 28th Grammy, making her the most decorated woman in Grammy history. Taylor Swift won Album of the Year for Folklore, becoming the first female artist to win the award 3 times. Billie Eilish won Record of the Year for the 2nd year in a row, and Megan Thee Stallion won 3 Grammys of her own, including Best New Artist and Best Rap Song.
We have some snow moving into the region this morning, already seeing it in some of our southern and western communities. The snow will continue to lift to the north and become more widespread by this afternoon and this evening. Winter weather advisory is in effect all along the Mississippi River. Also in Richland County, winter storm warning for Fillmore and Winneshiek counties.
We want to thank you for sharing your Monday morning with us. Stay tuned. CBS This Morning is coming up right after the break. See you tomorrow.